Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today is the 5th of the month, and so on the 5th of the month we have a new fun fold challenge. This is hosted by the lovely Monica Lakuska, otherwise known as Paper Mona. And this month in February, so this is the hashtag that we would use, hashtag FFC Challenge 2023. So if you want to take part, all you have to do is share your creation on social media, or go over to the Facebook group that we have. All the information will be in the description box below, and add your card to the Facebook group, and then we can all see and share the lovely makes everybody makes. So there are 5 of us taking part in this collaboration, and this month we are making pop-up boxes, pop-up box cards. So this is my take on the pop-up box card. Now this is just the prototype, it's not decorated or anything, but the idea is that it will fold flat, and when folded flat, this particular one measures 5 by 5.5 inches, and when you open it up it will stand up and make a box which will be decorated like decorated here, and then there'll be things coming out of it. So we're going to make the card together. So I'm also making use of this opportunity to make a card that will be part of Hilary of Pink Bubble Cards alphabet challenge, because for this current fortnight she pulled out the letter Z, which is for zoo, and so I thought I would use this Safari Adventure Pack, which I actually won it from Monica's giveaway a while ago, and it has, you know, all these wild animals. I thought this would be just perfect for this card. It's also got beautiful papers and cut aparts and all sorts of lovely things. So okay, so let's start. To start we need a piece of card that is 10.5 by 5 inches. So I just put this here, 10.5 by 5, so in case you want to make a note. And we're going to score it on the 10.5 inch side at 2.5, 5, 7.5 and 10. So I've cut my card already, but we're going to score it now. Let's get the score board ready. And so here we are. So oops, going to score at 2.5. Oops, I went a bit off piece there. 5, 7.5 and 10. Okay, and then on the 5.5 inch side we're going to score it 3, but we're going to score it only as far as this line. We're not going to take it down to the last part. So I don't know whether that's showing up in the camera. So I've scored it at 3. So this half inch, and then the next 3 panels, but leave this one without a score line. That's because that's going to form the back of the card, and that bit is not going to fold down. Okay, it's going to stand upright. So we need the strength there, so we don't fold that bit in half. So that's all the scoring done. And then for these little bits inside, we need something to hold up some of the elements. You either need 1 or 2 little strips, 1/2 inch by 3 inches, and score 1/4 inch and 2 3/4 inch. Now I thought I had done that. Yes, here we are. So I'm opting for 1 at the moment, but I might need 2, I'm not sure. So there it is, and the idea is that that's going to sit inside one of these perfectly, and be able to you'll be able to use it as to hold some floating dimensions. Okay, so along this along the length of the 10.5 inch, we're going to score all the lines. Okay, but we're not going to score that middle score just yet, because we don't want to bend the end panel. So you score all of that, and then to make the box, what we're going to do is we're just going to cut down each of the smaller panels. So this panel here is 3 by 2.5, and then here we've got the 2.5 by 2.5. Now these are my own dimensions. You can do other dimensions. I mean, this is just what works for me. Okay, but you can make both sides, both bits the same, or whatever you want. Okay, so but I just wanted to be able to make it out of one piece of A4 paper. You can make it out of you can make it in 2 sections and glue it together. That's a possibility. Right, anyway, so you see I've cut away this little bit here of this small little tab, and now I'm going to cut down, and I'm just going to cut down either side of the score line, okay, on the 2.5 inch sections. Okay, so that's 1, and then this is 2. You can just cut down the middle score line, but I found that it's neater to do it this way. So we're going to score down here. Okay, and then we're going to score down there, and then just going to cut these bits off, and now we can score and burnish these bits. So this bit doesn't fold, and these bits actually are going to be folding outwards, so you need to score them and fold them outwards. Okay, so let me just give those a good score there. So now we have the makings of our box. Okay, so this section here will glue inside here, and here is our box with the four panels, one standing up, and then the 3 which fold down so that you can decorate it. Okay, so before I glue it together, I want to decorate the panels. So for the mats, you want 3 pieces that are 2 3/4 by 2 1/4, and at least 3 pieces which are 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. Now I've chosen to round the edges of these bits, just because I thought it would make it look a little less, more gentle. I don't know whether a zoo is gentle, but anyway, that's what I've decided. So I'm just going to do that first. Whoops. So to score there and there, and I'm just going to do this piece as well. Okay, so that's that away. So right, so for the bottom bits, I've decided I had some card that looked like zebra skin, so keeping it in with the zoo theme. So I'm going to put one of those on each of these 3, and then this one which hasn't got a fold in it, that's where you're going to be writing your message. You don't want to be covering it up with paper. So I'm just going to glue these down to there. So they're cut a quarter of an inch smaller than the actual space that's inside there. The normal sizes for matting and layering. Now you can put one layer, or you can put two, or you can leave it blank. That's totally up to you what you do. But I like to cover this this bit. Okay, so that's those. And then for the mats here, now I'm going to cover this bit, and that bit, and then the middle bit I'm going to put a sentiment. So I don't need to put paper there, I don't think, but I'm just going to cover the other bits. So I've already cut my layers here, and I've rounded the bottom edge. So you want to put the paper on the opposite side to this side. Okay, so let's see, which is the one I'm going to put this is the one I'm going to put the happy birthday on. So these are going to go like this. Now if you've got directional paper, you must make sure that you've got it in the right direction. It needs to be facing, this one needs to be facing, yeah, then they all need to be facing in that direction. So let's put this down. And I've rounded the wrong corners on this piece of paper, so I'll just stick it on here. Okay, right, just going to round the other corners. I forgot that this one needs to go the other way up, so that won't matter. So if you're not going to put a sentiment, you would need to decorate that one as well. Okay. This won't matter that that's been rounded, because it's going to be covered up anyway. Okay, so that's that bit done. And I'm just going to stick the happy birthday down as well. Prefer not to put too much dimension on this card, because it's going to have floating elements inside. You know, you don't want too much bulk. Right, so let's see whether I've got this right. Okay, so this will go like that, and these will go like that. So you can see, so I've got the happy birthday here, and then these two panels here, and then this is like that. Okay, we have one more bit to do, which is to put that little strip. Where did I put the little strip? Here we are. Is to put that little strip in, and it needs to go from side to side. So you don't want to attach it to the side which is standing up straight. You want to attach it to these two. So and it needs to sorry, I'm stumbling over my words. It needs to be not too far down, so fairly near the top, but it needs to be stuck so that it's parallel to this. I'm not sure I'm explaining this very well, I'm sorry. So I'm just going to stick the one in, and like so, and then just make sure that that it fits properly inside the box, otherwise there will be problems later. And then I want, so let's see so you can see what I'm doing. Let me see. I've put this too close, too close. Let me see why isn't that working? Just let me see. All right, so you don't need to do it so close to the edge. You need to do it more in the middle. Okay, so more in the middle. I'll keep my mistakes in there. And I'm trying a new system where I'm bent one side down this way and that other one that way, because I think that's going to be easier for putting this together. Now you might prefer just to use red liner tape. Just going to wait for that to take hold. Okay, and then you want to fold the other end so that it's parallel. So, you know, when you close the box, this is the trickiest bit. Well, at least for me, this is the trickiest bit. You want to make sure that it sticks to the other side in a straight line. So I'm sure the others will show you a much easier way of doing this. So I don't know if you can see. Just going to slide that back. So the advantage of using wet glue is that you can position it where it should be and not in the wrong place. Okay, so more or less like so. Okay, so we're just going to hold that in place until it grabs. Okay, I'm not putting any strain on it at the moment. And then let's see. So you can see I've got one. You see, I've got one thing across there. Now just make sure that when you fold the box, it's important that when you fold the box, it doesn't form a loop. So before you do anything, just make sure that it's stuck in the right place, basically. And that seems to be okay now. But what I can see is that this side is beginning to come away. So I'm just going to actually use some sellotape to make sure that this stays in place, because so just stick some sellotape there so it won't show on the inside. Right, so you can see now that when I fold it, it folds flat, and that middle bit doesn't come away.